This semester, I've learned how to care for myself better and ways to live a happier and healthier life. Our bodies need to be taken care of in order to remain healthy. There are many different sections we went through during health class that helped me see certain changes I needed to make. The main sections focused on this semester were mental health, drugs and alcohol, reproduction, nutrition, and physical activity. Stress is a reaction of the body and mind from difficult challenges faced throughout the day. There are two main types of stress, eustress and distress. An example of eustress is when I went parasailing, which is a type of positive stress. Distress can be caused from a bad grade or the loss of a loved one. The stress response cycle consists of alarm, resistance, recovery, and fatigue. Going into recovery means you've calmed down and returned to your happy state. Going into a state of fatigue means you're tired and you continue to stress. One thing I've learned is that it's important to try and stay positive instead of letting the stress take over you. Some things I do when I feel stressed is go for a drive, listen to music, or shower. Alcohol enters the mouth, absorbs into the stomach and small intestine, enters and circulates through the bloodstream, and then reaches the brain. This can happen in as little as 5 minutes. There are many different impacts of alcohol on the brain. They include thinking behavior, motor vehicle skills, balance and coordination, sight, and lapses and blackouts. However, the effects of alcohol depend on how much a person drank, their body size, weight, and the time since their last drink. These all factor into a person's BAC or blood alcohol concentration level. If this level rises to a dangerous point, they most likely are experiencing alcohol poisoning, which can put one into a coma or even death. Drugs are very dangerous. A person can become addicted and completely ruin their body. Drugs can fall under any of these 4 categories: hallucinogens, which cause sensory distortion and flashbacks, narcotics, which are used to relieve pain, stimulants, which increase activity in central nervous system, or depressants, which decrease central nervous system activity. For a substance to be considered addictive, 3 things must take place: tolerance, which is needing more and more of a drug to get the same effect from it; dependence, which can be psychological, where you think you need the drug, or physiological, where you do need the drug to function. Withdrawal are the symptoms that occur when you stop using a drug. High school is a time where many people get into drugs and alcohol to see what it is all about. For me, I make sure I surround myself with people who would rather go see a movie than go out and party. I do cheer almost all year round to keep myself busy and active. It is important to take care of your body, and drugs and alcohol will just ruin it. The only way to protect yourself from STIs and pregnancy is abstinence. However, if everyone practices abstinence their whole lives, there would be no people in the world. It is very important to be able to realize if you're in a healthy relationship or unhealthy relationship, because this can affect your life greatly. A healthy relationship is one that's full of smiles and good times, with a few fights here and there because that's normal. Good relationships can be very beneficial for the 2 people. A good relationship includes a good support system, reduced stress, and happiness. When in a relationship, if you've found someone you can trust, is loyal to you, and accepting, then it's probably a good relationship for you. The main part that makes a relationship healthy is if you don't feel obligated to base your whole life off of theirs, you have your own groups of friends, and that you don't rely on them for every little thing. You should always feel respected in a relationship and never feel forced to do anything you don't feel comfortable with. A relationship with anyone can be great if each person is being treated correctly. When a person is mistreated, it's known as an unhealthy relationship. This can apply to friends and family as well. If someone is in an unhealthy relationship, it is important to be there for them and provide them with the support they need to get out. If one experiences verbal or physical abuse, it is not safe for them and they need to get out as soon as possible. Signs of an unhealthy relationship is if you're scared of what your partner will say if you choose to do something without them, if they don't give you your own privacy, or if they begin to try and control your every move. I've learned that eating healthy is really important. If certain nutrients aren't consumed, it's hard for our bodies to remain healthy. The 6 nutrients needed to survive are minerals, carbs, water, protein, vitamins, and fat. Although fat is needed in your diet, it's important to avoid unhealthy fats like saturated and trans. These can be found in the ingredient label on a food item. Unhealthy fats can cause many health problems. If too much unsaturated and trans fat are consumed for a long period of time, it can affect what fats generally are supposed to control. Fats are in charge of brain development, controlling inflammation, clotting, keeping skin and hair healthy, and absorbing and transporting fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K. It's important to make sure you drink water. For me, the more water I drink in a day, the better I feel. Water can come from food sources, but it is best to drink 8 8-ounce glasses a day. One way to know exactly what you need to eat is to look at My Plate. It shows exactly what food groups need to be eaten every day. It is best to consume smaller amounts of food rather than a large plate. I learned it can be really difficult to change your health style, but when people do and start eating better, they start to feel better. Physical activity is a form of any movement that causes the body to use energy. There are 5 components of exercise. These include cardiorespiratory endurance, muscular strength, muscular endurance, flexibility, and body composition. It is very important to remember to stay active. If one doesn't do some sort of exercising movement, it can lead them to have trouble doing everyday tasks. Sports are a good way to stay active from having many practices and games. For people uninterested in sports, going to the gym or doing yoga may be a better choice for them. Along with exercising, it's good to make sure you eat healthy, which will keep you feeling well. During the school year and throughout the summer, to keep myself active, I go to the gym and do cheer. Cheering is a type of aerobic activity. Aerobic is rhythmic activities that use large muscle groups for extended periods of time. Depending what I do at the gym, it can be aerobic or anaerobic. Anaerobic is exercise that raises the heart rate and increases the amount of oxygen your body uses. It's important to focus on these types of exercise. Exercising can make people feel more confident and happy and live a happier life.